Hey, Pastor Phil here, another virtual expo for you. This is an oldie but a goodie, and I want to show you some of the objects here and cook it up for you. It's the idea that you got three cylinders of one is you, one is sin, and one is Christ, and it's how Christ takes care of the sin in you and absorbs it into himself. And so I've got everything lined up here. I've got bleach, I've got some iodine, I've got some tonic water. You can just use water, but there's something special you can do. And I've got it pre-measured sort of here. It's nice if you're going to do this illustration at a camp setting or wherever that you have it pre-measured out, but I wanted to show you how to do that. And so you take a half a cap of bleach. Oh man, watch your clothes, right? Make sure you're golden. Half a cap of bleach. I'm going to do a cap of iodine. Not something you use very often, but what is iodine used for? I was going to look it up today and see what all the uses for iodine. I think it's antiseptic. Something like this. Don't try this at home, right? Do try it at home, just kidding. But iodine will color and so will bleach. So purple. All right, let's try this teaching moment again. I got my bleach, I got my iodine, and I got tonic water. And so half a cap, a full cap, and 4 caps tonic water. Big thing about tonic water, you want to make sure it's got this quinine in it. Quinine. It's got to have quinine to operate in the way that we want it to do later. And as all drinks, you should pour it at an angle. It helps keep the bubbly down. Excuse me. 4 caps. You can't pour it in directly and just kind of salt and pinch it. But one, let's say and today. 2, 3, and 4. There we go. So you got it. Here's your 3 amigos, iodine, and bleach. And these are the 3 bottles that you're going to do this illustration. And the impact of sin in our lives and how Jesus absorbs it as unto himself. And so now you're just going to fill these up. A little spout, pour it in sideways so it doesn't bubble too much. And you got it. Doesn't have to be all the way full, but there we go. That's my tonic. It's my iodine, pretty strong. Should work nice, good visual. Darkness of sin, and it's all encompassing. And then, of course, this is my bleach water. As per the iodine, be careful with this so it doesn't, so it doesn't get on your clothes. Or if you got someone helping you and not knowing what it is, you don't want them to drink it either. And you're going to just, you're going to cap these and save them for later, right? You're going to take these, now you've prepared your mixtures, and I've labeled the bottom so I know the difference. T for tonic, and I've got a B on there for bleach, and I'm ready to roll. And I'll take this with me into my counseling situation or teaching moment to have it labeled, and I just marked it. This is me. And this is what sin is going to do, and this is Christ, right? Boom, boom, boom. I think this is what we're going to work with. So you bring these and maybe even have them pre-mixed, and tonight I may use this illustration, and so make sure you get the right ones in the right one. This is my tonic, so this is fill. And I'm just going to pour that in there. You should pour it on the side again if you're going to do this immediately so it doesn't have bubbles to it. And you're going to see in a moment of why I'm using the tonic. It's for a specific reason. Also, I put the mixture in first so that when you put the water in, it dilutes it automatically. You don't have to shake it. You don't have to do anything with it. There you go. There's the sin, what it does to you. And then last but not least, I may have filled these up a little bit too much. There's your bleach water. And again, if you maybe pour on the edge, it keeps down the bubbly a little bit. You can see my iodine mixture's got a little bit bubbled in there. So here we go. Here's where this illustration begins to roll out of what sin does to us. But before I do that, I want to show you, just kind of pause. Can you see me in the dark? So, black light. Boom. Wow, I love black lights. If you look at this, tonic water, you're like, oh my goodness, compared to just the water. Of course, that's got bleach in it. But the idea is that sometimes we appear as though we're clean, but take a good look at us, use a light that sees through, and it's just like, I'm not as clean as I thought I was, right? And so that's why the black light, to kind of see through what's going on. And you can even compare it to this, see how clear that is. Tonic water, not so much. All right, I'm gonna hit the light. Where was I? Let me jump back into this. All right, you've seen it settle a little bit, the tonic water and so forth. So this is us, and we may appear clean, but we just saw through the black light that we're not as clean as we think we are. In fact, every time we dabble a little bit with sin, boom, it begins to creep in and dilute us, and before long you're like, oh man, this is me. I am absorbed by sin. Sin has done this to me. Oh my. But Christ came to deal with sin. He came to deal with sin in the world. He came to deal with sin in me. In me, sin is that stuff that separates us from God. You know, you can look through the scriptures, but even just a clear conscience, like, when have I hurt my neighbor? When have I been selfish? When has pride taken the place, or lust, or coveting other things? All of those things. And all of us have sinned. In fact, 1 John tells us that if we say that we have no sin, we're deceiving ourselves and truth is not in us. But if we confess our sins, he is faithful and right to forgive us our sins and cleanse us from all unrighteousness. Like Jesus does, he has the power to do that. And so he absorbed sin into himself when he died on the cross. This is what he did, right? He took sin unto himself to where, whoa, my goodness, took all sin. So much so that he died in our place. Like, this is what he does for us. He cleans us. He clears us from all sin, because we are not righteous on our own. And it's like he is hidden in us, and we are, watch the spill, we are hidden in him. Right? We are hidden in him. And so there it is. And I don't know if this works, but let's experiment with the black light. Boom. Boom. Like, all of that intrinsically that Christ is for us. He became sin. Oh, look at that, my teeth are glowing. He became sin for us. While we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. So there's the illustration. Again, I wanted to pass this on to you. It takes a little bit of preparation, and maybe you've seen it before. Not sure if you've seen it with the black light before or not, but sin has to be dealt with. And Christ is the only one that gets not only the periphery, but scrubs and cleans to the deepest layer, dividing bone and marrow. It's like Jesus gets it, and he knows how to the power and conquer sin is in his own life, death, and resurrection. There you go.